I'm standing at the former border between East and West Germany. This is inside East Germany. But if I look over here to the east, we see the forest, and that marked West Germany. I looked to the east and saw the west. How is that possible? Well, it's the way the border sort of goes up and down and up and down, and that's in this case alone. If we now point towards the south, we've got there, down there is also the forest. We've got forest here as well. This forest has all grown since 1989. So I am in the security zone, the death strip. You see the wire mesh fence down there. Beyond that there was a minefield, and we can see actually a border post of West Germany, which of course has been just put there for the point of making up this open air museum. Now along the border there's a road which was concrete, what do you call them? These concrete things you used to make roads out of, and which is enough for the two of them either side for the tires of the off-road vehicles and jeeps and things that were used by the East German border control. So you can get a good idea from here where the death strip was. Now, the road was completely floodlit, so there were lights all the way across the border. The infrastructure of the East German border, I believe, was the largest single expense of the East German state. So it gives you an idea of what was important to them, or most important to the Soviet-backed dictatorship in East Germany. Now, along the border there was a number of watchtowers, such as this one here, permanent, heated, gives all-around vision. Suppose if anyone wanted to do any shooting, they could open the window and do the shooting, or they could go onto the roof and do it up there. Being in something like that would have been a bit more pleasant than in other types of areas. And they also put up temporary towers which they would carry to a place or put in the back of a vehicle and put them there. Now these ones here were nowhere near as high as that. In total it would be about half the height of that one. These were made out of metal. Next to that down there you can see my motorhome. Now one very curious sort of thing, we also put these hidden watchtowers. You may think that hidden watchtower, it's defeating the object of having a watchtower, because the watchtower not only serves to watch other people, but it serves so those people can see the watchtower and be deterred from leaving the country, or at least in that place. The point of something like this dates to 1966. It was brought here. It was from wherever it was in I think it was 1991 or something. On it's been used in 1995. But anyway, it was taken and brought here. And this is just a small thing which would be hidden. It would be placed in places where people couldn't see. Let's have a look at a bit more detail at it. And so people may try to run, and this serves uniquely from the point of shooting at people. I can't see any other use for it whatsoever. Now, in a military use, for example, to use Auschwitz as an example, you see small things like this pointed towards the camp, whereas they could, from there, guard the prisoners, or shoot at the prisoner if necessary, but at the same time they could take cover from air raids. As far as I can see, this has no function in that whatsoever. Now if we come down the bottom down here, you can see the entrance to it, which was very, very small. I'm not going to go in it because it was going to be full of biting insects, and so that's and I've got short trousers on and not protective clothing. Oh, look at that enormous bee there. I don't know if it's visible or not. Anyway, I won't upset the bee. I'm not really frightened of bees, but I got bitten by. I was doing some filming on the Roman border, no less, near Waldorn in Baden-Württemberg, and I got attacked by a swarm of hornets because I put my bike on the on a signpost. It was there, and when I came back from my bike and I moved it, must have moved the sign a bit, and then they all came out and ran after me. So I had to run away from them. Anyway, that apart. So there you go, a little tower, watchtower, a hidden watchtower, or shooting tower, or not even a tower, is it? It's a place to catch people unawares. We've also got some barbed wire down here, which I'm presuming is original. It's almost hidden, so I get out the you can scarcely see it. And one thing we noticed whilst doing research was that in Poland they've got camps which had been used by both the Nazis and the communists, and there was one place at Poniatowa which was used as effectively, it was a concentration camp for Jewish people, but then it was used by the Soviets, or the Soviet-backed regime in Poland. And there the old Second World War stuff, the barbed wire, was in better condition than the Soviet, the communist barbed wire. If, of course, we'd successfully identified the difference between the two. Now, I do want to encourage you to see other videos I've done on the topic of the East German border. I've done quite a number of them, and you might want to see a much longer description I've given of what we had here. But at the same time, I believe that history is living, and it should be treated as living. And one of the things I noticed with the Holocaust anyway was that what bothered people was that they would be forgotten. And so by coming to places like this and visiting places like this, you're ensuring at least the people in East Germany are not forgotten. I see the same evil. National Socialism, communism, it is the same evil in human behavior, if you like. So, I mean, I do see a certain amount of logic to communism in the theory, even if it's flawed. I can understand the logic to it, but it's completely flawed, and in a way it's interpreted just ends up being interpreted in a similar regime to that of the National Socialists. Now, instead of spending all of this cash and money and resources on building this, wouldn't it have been better to have used that money to make life better for normal people so that they wouldn't want to leave? And that is the point I will leave you with, standing right here, right now. If you're interested to see any more videos from this area or other stuff I've done on German history, Holocaust, Soviet Union, Russia, then please subscribe. I upload every Friday at 2000 hours Central European time. I normally live in Poland, so I spend my time largely between Poland, Germany, currently United Kingdom, and it used to be a lot in Italy as well. But that's where I am for most of my time. And so thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. And as I said, there's plenty more of this on this channel. All the best from me in Thuringia, Germany.